Okay, we're recording this video. It's Tuesday, 9th of December 2014. Hope you had a great day's trading on Monday. Finally, we had a really nice sell-off day that actually went somewhere. We'd got about 20 points of range, about 1.3 million contracts traded, I think, which isn't kind of huge, but it's better than we've had lately, so I'll take it. And we had some really nice setups on the 1500 tip bar chart that I want to talk through. Just before doing that, just to say though, on the weekly charts of the indices, we did get a whole bunch of end of trend signals kind of go off on these. I've just rolled through these charts quickly. So this is the S&P 500 pullback to end of trend, came with a Rambo pattern at the highs, just showing the lack of demand and exhaustion buy. That tends to be a little bit unstable, so it's kind of interesting that's happened there. This is the Nasdaq. The pullback to end of trend went on a while ago, but this last weekend we had a Rambo flush pattern kind of signal, and then this is the Russell pullback end of trend, another resistance printed with exhaustion buy, Rambo patterns up here. The Russell's kind of interesting because you can see here the left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder of a head and shoulders move here, and you can see the level that we've gone through is hardly we've not broken to new highs. It's the weakest of the lot, but this is the one that kind of more represents the real stock market because there's less financial engineering going on in these stocks. All the buybacks and the financial engineering is happening in the larger stocks. So if you look at the Dow, this is the Dow pushing to new highs, pullback to end of trend, driven, the difference in the two charts is being driven by this kind of buyback activity. So if you look at it on the Russell, we've hardly moved anywhere in terms of new highs, but on the Dow we're just cruising higher and higher as that financial engineering kind of influences those types of indices, the larger indices, as opposed to the more market representative Russell. But anyway, it's interesting that those pullback to end of trends went off. Well, what do I think is going to happen? I don't think this is kind of the top, the end, or anything like that. We're just going to play around. It just means end of trend means that the strong uptrending move kind of potentially comes to a pause. We're going to have a little bit backwards and forwards. Remember, we've got some seasonal strength into Christmas, so kind of January, first couple of weeks in January are going to be really important for setting the next kind of tone. But I could just see us have some decent, ranging days because we're just going to be playing around up here and just deciding where to go next. Let's talk about this 1500 tip bar chart because we had a nice little setup for the sell-off during today, but you have to look at it in context of what was going on Friday. So Friday we kept on creeping to new highs up here in the 20, I don't know what the high was up here, 2079, blue professional up bars and exhaustion patterns, pro signal exits there. So that's all the professionals taking profits on those new highs. Bearish divergence sets in, pullback support comes in that we quickly break to the downside. Better sine wave had a little bit of trouble kind of flicking around at that point there, so we had this kind of spurious pullback to end of trend thing. But as soon as we broke through that support, we're kind of away on the downside. And then into the close, we had this massive kind of ramp back up. Everybody was talking about on the weekend. It was like, what is going on here? How game does that look? But anyway, this is the point. The exhaustion buy kind of happens here. I'm less concerned with the exhaustion patterns and the blue professional bars at the end of the day, and particularly at the end of the week. Directionally, I'm not sure they're kind of very much help. But we get some weakness overnight, Sunday into Monday. This is, the European markets were weak. We kind of follow it down in the E-mini, and before the open, the market's looking weak. But professionals aren't going to let us do that. They're not just going to sell it first thing at the open. They're going to game it back, make everybody think we're breaking into an uptrend, and then take their opportunities to kind of get short. And you can see here. So as we went into pullback to end of trend, all these blue professional up bars into that move, looking suspicious, getting ready to get short, taking profits, taking short positions on, and it's incredibly weak. The exhaustion had happened on the Friday, and so we got a continuation move kind of going on here, notwithstanding this kind of gaming at the end of the day, end of the week going on here. And then as soon as we start to get a little bit of weakness, this is the two kind of critical bars. These amateur up bars here and here, the amateurs thinking, we're going to hold, we're going to kind of break to new highs. No, they get wrong-footed, bang. We break through a support level at this point here, take us into a trend move. So those little amateur testing up bars were really kind of critical. Bang into this nice kind of strong trending move. Now the exhaustion buy happening here is just showing that's happening over those 5 or 6 bars there. That shows the strength of the move going on. We do not have blue professional bars coming in at the lows taking profits. We get Rambo pattern with the amateurs selling the breakdown, getting too late, wrong-footed at this point, and they get taken out on their stops. This is a Rambo to Rambo channel between here and here. So they went short here, and then all of a sudden, their stops get hit, their moving averages start to turning around, and they start to think, oh, well, maybe we're going to go up. And so they're active again here, buying at 68. Wrong move. It's a pullback resistance, and we break to new lows. Now, we break into another trend move. This one's not going to hold us because that exhaustion pattern hasn't happened on the left shoulder. We've not seen blue professional bars kind of come in, so we keep on going down, down and down and down. It's a bit messy at the end of the day, but then overnight we've had into the close, the exhaustion, the blue professional bars coming in at 50, which I said was a critical number, and we've got some support kind of coming in here at 50. 50 is an important number, so it's no surprise that we've got a little support kind of going on. So there we go. That's kind of the move, Friday into Monday, and you have to kind of look at it in context of this exhaustion pattern on Friday's activity that saw us top out at this point, and that weakness kind of came in, and then as soon as the professionals kind of came back into that kind of zone where we initially sold it down up here at kind of 75, 76, there's no demand, they take it down, and then bang, we break into a downtrend. Nice blue professional strong bar down there. It's kind of falling through the ice. So bigger picture on the long-term charts, the 40,500 tip bar chart. Just show you that quickly. So over the last 2 weeks or so, we've had our exhaustion patterns, bearish divergence, pullback, end of trend, playing with these levels. This is the last time that we bounced off 50 here into this last kind of move up, and now we've come back down. Cyclical support on the 40,500, come in just above 50 at 50. What is that number? 53.5. So it's kind of key. Breaking through that, breaking through 50, take us into a trend move on the 40,500 tip bar chart. So that could be quite nice, kind of on the way down. So that's what I'm going to be looking for over the next few days. It's the beginning of the week. We've got Tuesday's trade to kind of come out. So we've got a few days of kind of clear activity during this week to see what kind of goes on before the seasonal pattern starts to kind of come into play. So that's kind of critical. If I look at the 13,500, so back it down by one time frame, we've broken into a downtrend here below this support. Bang. We've got exhaustion kind of going on at the moment, but it's happening with Rambo. This, we've still got to make pullback to end of trend on this, one time frame below the 40,000. So this we could easily just kind of keep on dropping through here and take us into a trend move below that 50 level. So that's kind of interesting. I'm going to be looking for that over the next couple of days. But just play the setups as they happen during the day. Remember that any kind of really strong moves to the downside have been hard to catch. They've been limited over the last so many months or so, just because someone doesn't want this market to go down. Anyway, there we go. I'll tag on. I'd made some good money kind of early on in the day, so I did come in and take some of this breakdown here, but I took 4 points out on the way down here and was out at 68, and the thing went forever, so I was out way too early on that move. But if anybody caught kind of the whole thing, good on you. Anyway, looking forward to Tuesday's trade. Okay, just reverse, gone short 72.75, short 72.75. and 3/4 point loss on that long trade. Doesn't bother me because now we've got a confirmed downtrend. 11:11 a.m. This is kind of the reversal window. This is the time if we've decided which way we're breaking, and we're breaking down. 500 tip bar chart. We kind of maxed out this morning. Pullback, end of trend, dirty end of trend, exhaustion patterns, flush, 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 and then this last move, I got a little bit, well, I don't know if it's confused, but anyway, we had blue professional down bars, and then we came back up, so it looked like it was strong. It was going to break through 74s, but then it was Rambo patterns leading the way, and then bang, this blue professional bar, they just took us down straight through the bottom of that channel. So this was also a nice pullback to end of trend, but kind of we've not had exhaustion sell on the downside. We went into a downtrend on Friday, so this was just a weak kind of push back up, and now we've got the opportunity as this kind of wraps around to kind of go back down to the lows. So I need to make up my 3/4 point loss on that last one. Well, it was already up 4 for the day after 2 early trades, but let's see if we can pick off a nice little downtrend move. Excellent, this is really moving fast. I haven't been super quiet. We've got exhaustion sell here. We're going to make a support at some point. I'm just going to stick with my target there at 68 3/4 because we could get it just in one kind of flush kind of type move down. So below support, breaking into trend move 1500 with 7,000 reading, and yes, just hold on. Bingo, just out 68.75 for excellent. Well, when the trend finally kind of comes in, it starts to move quickly. So what is that? 7.25 points after 4 trades. So a 3 point, a 1 point, 3/4 point loss, and then 4 on the way down here. I'm happy to be out there. It happened quickly. We've got 11,000 reading on better momentum. So that's a fairly big reading. So it'll probably break through today's lows. But there we go. Nice one. Pull back end of trend, and then we break into a downtrend. Those two little amateur up bars, and then a blue professional bar taking us through the lows. Bang. So interesting to see how it kind of hots up now. Yeah. All right. Good.